If you want to learn how to fire an RPG SK75, you came to the right video. The SK denotes school. That's Czech. It translates to school, which means it's a training anti-tank weapon. Technically, it's not a rocket. It launches a projectile, not a rocket. So there is a difference. I already removed the front cap. That's pretty easy to do. It's just not easy to do with one hand, like I'm doing right now with the camera. I also removed the rear sight from its captive rubber sleeve. There's a safety mechanism up here. That's the trigger. And there's the hammer, firing pin. And I'll show you what to do. The instructions are also printed on the rocket itself. It's in Czech, but if you look at the photos, you can figure it out. It's pretty easy. I'm not going to go in the exact order they do. I'm just going to show you what you need to do to make it work. So we already removed this from its sleeve. We're good there. Next step is you twist the rear, and I'm going to go ahead and stabilize the camera so I can show you how to do it. And how to do it. So, see this? You twist the rear like so, pull it out, then you twist it back, reverse of what you pulled it out as. So you have that. You have the rocket. Next step, you have the little flapper up here. I don't know what it's really called. They call it a flapper because that's what it does. You push a button right here. So I'll show you what it does. Now you have the front sight, and you lift up the rear sight. I'll go ahead and grab the camera again to kind of show you the view. There we go. Let it focus. So turn it that way. Rear sight, front sight, kind of cool. So I'm going to lay this down again. Show you what else has to be done. So you have the rocket open. You have the front sight. You have the rear sight. Now you have the trigger mechanism. You have to pull the safety pin out like so. There you go. And then so this is the trigger bar. In order to move or actuate the trigger bar, you have to push this little spring here. It's another safety. It's actually a pretty safe anti-tank weapon, if there is such a thing. And if you see here, this slides forward, and then it releases the spring-loaded hammer. Then it hits the percussion cap, I guess you would call it, and that would launch the rocket. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to zoom out. I'm pushing this. Ready? Let's watch what happens. Boom. The hammer strikes with the built-in firing pin, strikes the percussion cap, and this thing would launch a projectile out at a tank or whatever you want to shoot. Again, this one is a training model, so has a fake rocket in there. You can't really see it with this light. You can buy these still. They have, I think, Numrich Gun Parts told me they have 30 left. You can also get them on Sarco. They're $200. I don't really recommend buying one because I had to put a lot of work in to get it functional. This piece here, the spigot or whatever you want to call it, will seize on the inside of this when it's lukewarm. If this thing gets basically higher than 55 or 50 degrees, you can't use it because that piece of plastic wasn't really made right and it's old and it swells. So I had to remove that, sand the piece of plastic down, reinstall it, oiled it up, and now it's good. This piece also broke. I had to replace it with a 3D printed part. Good buddy of mine hooked me up with that. So for $200, I don't you don't expect to have to do all that work, but in the end, I suppose it's worth it. But it's your decision whether or not you want to get one. I mean, when you spend $200 on something like this, you expect it to work as much as advertised, and it did not. But it's still kind of fun. Nice little conversation piece. Goes with the other rockets in the collection. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions on this, let me know. If you have one and broke this piece, let me know, and I can hook you up with a 3D model to print your own and then dye it whatever color you want, or leave it white or whatever color you print it as. If you need any guidance on how to take this apart to fix the projectile on the inside, let me know. I can explain how to do that in more detail. It's a little finicky, but if you have any even small or a little bit of skills, kind of handyman type skills, you have no problem opening this up and making those changes. So pretty easy to do once you know how to do it. I had to ask for help because I had no idea how to disassemble this without destroying it. But well, there you have it. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.